That's ridiculous.
18%.
Women are the best writers.
1
There are so
8.
many talented women in music.
It is no secret that the music industry is heavily dominated by men, and getting to the top as a woman is no easy feat. So what is the reality of being a woman in music? This is the Female Forum. I'm here with 5 incredible rising stars. We've got Maisie Peters, May Muller, Jade Bird, Alakai Harley, and Dodie. Welcome, everyone. So I want us to try and paint a bit of a picture about how female representation actually looks in the music industry today, in front of and also behind the scenes, because I think that is equally as impressive and important when you're talking about the way our stories are told. So let's start with the artists themselves, an area you're all very familiar with, and radio airplay, which I know well. It's a key source of income and it's promotion for songmakers. It's important. Now, I'm going to refer to the Gender Disparity in Radio report here, which looked at the top 100 radio airplay chart in 2020. So thank you very much to Linda Coogan-Byrne and Women in Control for this one. So just 18% of the songs in that top 100 most played on UK radio are sung by solo women.
That's ridiculous.
18%.
Women are the best writers.
1
There are so
8.
many talented women in music. How is that possible?
I think women are just killing it.
Yeah.
So it's like where it doesn't, the math ain't mathin' for me.
Does it surprise you? Does it fall in line with your perceptions of how you see it play out, or is that a shock?
It does a bit because like we all know so many incredible female artists, and like I would say like women rule pop, I think, at the moment. Like, you know, I could name endless amounts. So how is that figure there if it isn't for the patriarchy?
Well, one thing I do notice, because this is songs sung by solo women, and one thing I do notice is that we have, on Radio 1, for example, we have dance songs and rock songs, but I have yet to see a woman at the helm of a big electronic record in the kind of same vein as a Calvin Harris or a David Guetta, or then even the artists who are maybe a little bit smaller, your Joel Corrys or your Martin Garrix's. Like, there are no women producers taking the helm of dance records, and that's a huge part of the chart. Like, do you think it's different in certain genres? Rock, dance, country, rap, they're still very male dominated.
We're all sort of asking the same questions. Like, I don't have the answers. Like I'm asked, like, and I think it's actually very, because with the whole dance thing, I never thought of it like that. Like, dance music now, it literally dominates radio, and there's no DJs really. So it's like, or hardly any like in the mainstream. So it kind of does make sense, but it's like, why not? Because
it is always a female vocal though.
Vocalist, a female vocalist, but they're not credited so often.
Oh damn.
Well, why wasn't Empress Elf or Sophie or like artists like that played on the radio? Like, they're phenomenal producers, singers. They do everything themselves, and I'm like, they're amazing, you know, dance genre things. So there's absolutely no reason that shouldn't be played on airplay. Although it's funny, like I remember like there's one occasion I missed out on an airplay of one of my, there's a few radio things I am now just coming to mind where I'm like, yeah, I know why that was. You know, I remember walking into one and there's like, we love our male white singer-songwriters in the UK. Like, oh my God, I could list you like, you know, 20 right now. And I remember walking into a radio with one and him getting asked all these questions, you know, like about his art, about his music, about the meaning, about his upbringing. And I think I got asked like, it was just complete, like vapid. I got about 5 minutes. And I remember everyone in the room being like, you want to make that a bit more obvious, you know? So it's scary to me to actually think about that, and where I'm like, wow, yeah, there's been a few times I've not been played on the radio and it's been a male gatekeeper or a guy who doesn't particularly like me.
Maisie, do you feel like a lack of female voice is something you've ever noticed? Because you were saying, actually, no, I hear them on dance tracks, but they're the vocalist.
I would say it's, I remember seeing Ray, who's an amazing artist, promote a song that she'd written. And I remember her having to say on an Instagram post, I wrote this song and I'm performing it. And I think she also maybe produced on it. I can't remember.
Probably. She's
I
amazing.
Think, yeah, probably.
Yeah.
And I remember her having to be like, exactly what you're saying, like say my name when you reference this song because I did it. Which is just, yeah, it's insane because I mean, yeah, if you actually looked into it, a lot of the reasons we listen to these dance songs are because of that vocal or that performance, because that's sort of what is hooking you in the first place. And it exactly as Jade said, there's can be no valid reason why the fact that I can name like 5 male dance producers and not one female dance producer in like the top 10, like not one. I can't think of ever.
Well, I'm gonna blow your minds one more time, guys, because another takeaway from that same report, female songwriters made up 19% of the top 100 most plays, and just 3% of those songs had female producers. 3%, 3 in 100. We need to talk about this because that is such an insanely low figure.
Yeah.
What keeps women away from technical roles in this industry?
This is a huge topic, but like it really stems from so early on and like the worlds that we're brought up in, which is that girls have a certain expectation and are very put down when they explore new avenues of working, and a lot of that is like tech.
Have any of you had the opportunity to work with any female producers? Can we shout out some brilliant women who are already working in these roles right now?
Gabrielle Stock, and she used to engineer at SARM, and sometimes I'm sure like if you like worked at SARM you would have like seen her, like she was literally just like in every room, like kind of doing everything. But it's so funny because there have been loads of times when I would have sessions and there'd be like a male producer and then it'd be me and Gabrielle, who was engineering at the time, and the amount of times that we'd kind of look at each other and like roll our eyes kind of thing, because like she would just get talked over, do you know what I mean? And then it was really nice because then like the time I just saw her recently was a Zoom session, and she was like, oh yeah, like I'm not engineering, like now I'm fully just like producing and writing, and I'm in sessions. And I was like, yes, because I it must be so hard to like still live through all of that when you've just like literally had people just like talk over you the whole time. So that was really nice to just like actually be in a session with her like as the producer. Like it was cool.
Linda Perry.
Linda Perry.
Yeah, she was amazing. I went to her house in LA. I was really struggling. Just been on the road for like, I mean, I feel like I've been on the road the whole life. But I was kind of at that point where I was like, I really can't get any writing out. And she sat me down and she was just so like, it's strange because she conducted herself with probably an assumed masculine energy, and I feel like that's so annoying, is when we always refer to women as soft or we should be a certain way. Like the thing I loved about Linda Perry is she's so like strong, and she was like, she kind of shakes you and like, get your own head, you know what I mean? And I really just love that. And I think it is a shame that women like that traditionally don't do as well, because that energy seems as like it's misconstrued as like, oh, if a woman's doing that it's arrogant, whereas a man's doing that's confidence. You know, there's so much of that.
Well, do you guys out there agree with the points raised? Let us know in the comments. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and for more info on our amazing artists you can check out their social media pages in the links below. Bye for now.